Imagine stepping into the world not as a predator with sharp claws and teeth, but as a fragile giant, delicate in your first moments, yet destined to grow into one of the largest creatures on land. For an elephant calf, life begins not with strength and dominance, but with trembling legs, uncertain steps, and a desperate need for the protection of the herd. You are born in the heart of the savannah, under the relentless heat of the sun or the cool hush of night. Your mother groans, your aunts and sisters rumble encouragement, and at last, you tumble into the dust, slick with birth and blinking at a world too bright, too vast. At nearly 100 kilograms, you are already immense by the standards of other creatures, yet within the elephant family you are tiny, fragile, a newborn searching blindly for comfort. Your very first challenge is simply to stand. Legs wobbling, body swaying, you struggle against gravity, encouraged by gentle nudges of trunks. Each step is clumsy but necessary, for in the wild, weakness invites danger. Within hours, you must find your footing, press your trunk to your mother's belly, and drink the milk that will sustain you. But life outside the womb is perilous. Lions wait for stragglers, hyenas test the edges of the herd, and crocodiles lie in ambush at the watering holes. To them, even an elephant calf is prey. Alone, you would never survive. Yet elephants are not solitary. They are a family, a fortress. Your mother, the matriarch, your aunts, and your cousins form a protective circle, placing themselves between you and the shadows of the predators. The herd's unity is your shield. In your early weeks, the world feels overwhelming. Your trunk flails awkwardly, unable to grasp food or even suckle properly. You trip over roots, stumble through tall grasses, and often collapse in exhaustion. But slowly, through mimicry and persistence, you learn. You watch the adults strip bark from trees, pluck grass with precision, and spray water across their massive backs. Each day, you try again. Bit by bit, your trunk becomes a tool first, a clumsy rope, later a master's instrument of touch, taste, and survival. As you grow, you find joy in play. With other calves, you chase shadows, wrestle in the mud, and trumpet in excitement. These games are not mere distractions. They are training. Wrestling builds your strength. Splashing teaches coordination, and mock charges prepare you for the confrontations that will one day decide your place in the herd or beyond. Seasons shift, and so do your trials. The rains bring abundance, lush grasses, cool pools, mud to wallow in. But the dry season is merciless. Waterholes shrink to muddy puddles, grass withers to dust, and the air itself seems to shimmer with hunger. You walk beside your herd for miles, following the matriarch's memory of hidden springs and ancient paths. Some calves falter. Some do not survive. The land itself is a predator, and endurance is the only defense. As the years pass, you begin to sense your place within the herd. For females, life will remain close to the family, bonds deepening across generations. But for young males, adolescence brings distance. Restless, filled with energy, they begin to wander at the herd's edge, testing their strength in sparring matches with one another. Eventually, they will be pushed out entirely, cast into a solitary life of roaming, searching, and fighting for dominance. For them, childhood ends in exile. Adulthood brings both strength and responsibility. The matriarch, wise with decades of memory, leads the herd through droughts, floods, and the ever-present threat of predators. Her knowledge is the herd's lifeline. When she dies, leadership passes to another female, and with it, the burden of guiding countless lives. For males, adulthood means challenge. They grow massive, tusks curving like ivory spears, voices deepening into thunderous rumbles. To claim breeding rights, they must fight head against head, tusk against tusk. Victories are written in scars. Defeat is remembered in silence. Yet even giants are not invincible. Human encroachment shrinks their ranges, poaching steals their tusks, and fences cut across ancient migration routes. Rivers dry, forests vanish, and the paths once known for generations fade into dust. Survival is no longer only about predators or drought. It is about adapting to a world reshaped by forces far beyond the savanna. Still, the elephant endures. For decades, you roam the land, shaping it with every step. You dig for water that sustains countless other animals. You break branches that open paths through the forest. You carry within your memory the map of rivers, salt licks, and hidden springs, passing knowledge down through your herd as silently as breath. But time, inexorable and merciless, catches even the largest. Your body slows, tusks heavy, ears torn from battles past. Your teeth, worn from decades of grinding bark and grass, grow dull. Hunger gnaws where once there was plenty. Step by step, you fall behind the herd. They rumble their farewells and move on. In the end, you stand alone, perhaps beneath the shade of a great baobab tree, or beside a river you once crossed as a calf. The circle of life, which once carried you in trembling steps, closes quietly. Your body will return to the earth, your bones bleaching white in the sun, a testament to the journey of a giant. Yet even in death, you are not forgotten. The herd remembers. They return to your resting place, touching your bones with their trunks, rumbling low songs of mourning. And somewhere, a newborn calf takes its first uncertain steps, struggling to stand, guided by the same bond of family that carried you through. From helpless calf to towering giant, the life of an elephant is a saga of survival, memory, and legacy. Growing up is never easy, even for the mightiest of creatures. But through every hardship, predators, droughts, battles, and time itself, the elephant's story endures, a living echo of resilience carved into the heart of the wild. If this journey moved you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Beast Life, and hit the bell so you never miss another story from the wild. And tell us in the comments, which animal should we cover next?